What's up everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today we have a Naruto, well a Boruto drawing. We have Boruto Baryon mode versus Isshiki. That cool fight, really well animated fight. So I'm on landscape orientation. Paper, use a pencil and an eraser for these. Definitely so you can erase your mistakes, and hit pause if I go too fast. So we're going to start with Isshiki on this side, he's on the right. And we start with his nose, right? Center point of my page is about here. Just come up over to the right hand side. So they're kind of, two characters are kind of on the diagonal, right? So Isshiki here, Boruto here. Boruto's kind of, or Naruto's looking up at Isshiki, right? So his nose, we're going to start with the nose. Both characters in profile. So I like to start the nose with this sort of L-like shape down like that. It always reminds me of an L. And then we can put a nostril just above that, sort of here. And then his brow. So it's kind of a wrinkly brow, so it kind of bumps like that. And then it comes up for that horn of his, so the forehead, sort of here, right? Not much in the way of an eyebrow or anything, but if we were to put one in, say it would be here, like just a tick. Right, and then his eye comes out from here, so it's going to curve a line out this way, and then we'll bend one in just there, and then his iris, so just like a curved line at the front, curved line at the back, and then a cheek sort of mark coming down here. Right, so we'll go down and finish his mouth. So it kind of curves around this way. Comes back in. So his head's kind of on the diagonal here now. And then his bottom lip and teeth kind of thing. So his bottom lip comes out this way. And then goes back in towards his chin, right? So his mouth is kind of open in here, right? So we go a line up, but he's like gritting his teeth and comes down. So it looks like he's really grumpy at first. And then this will go back in towards the front of his face here. And then we can just see some teeth lines sort of in here. Like so, and maybe something at the front, but not much. And then his top lip line drawn in there, bottom lip line is drawn in as well there, and there's a bit of a wrinkle line around the back of his mouth, so kind of like just here at the back, like so, and then like a frown up here. So in terms of a chin, right, so he's got this sort of weird kind of bumpy chin because he's got like stuff stuck on his chin, but we'll just draw the general shape for it first. Comes around like so, right? So then, so we have like a little diamond or something on the front, and then another shape sort of here, and then another one on the side, and you kind of leave a gap between them, sort of there. So his neck continues out here. And then this sort of bumps down this way. So this is like a little bit of an Adam's apple or something just here. Maybe another bump goes down here. So his neckline kind of continues, a bit of a broken line up towards his ear there. And because we're sort of looking up at the character, right? So this is his where his neck fold sort of meets his jaw, right? So if you wanted, you could leave it like that, right? But in the actual image I'm drawing from, there's an extra jawline, right? So we'll draw it in. So it comes out just here, from this part of the chin. It comes up, it curves up towards the ear then. Goes up like so. And then the ear comes out like so, the earlobe. So your earlobe is kind of in line with the nose, just there on the diagonal, see that? And then we'll go up and around to the top of his ear like that. And your top of your ear normally lines up with the eyebrow, like the top eyelid, just there. See that? So kind of come across this way. Roughly, the earlobe will kind of line up with the nose. And the top of the ear will line up sort of with his eyebrow, sort of top of his eye here. And like in terms of other proportion areas, right? So like the eye to the bottom of the nose is about the same as the bottom of the nose to the chin. See, just the middle of his chin there. Ear to here is about the same as here to here, roughly speaking. Right, and then nose to bottom lip, about the same as bottom lip to chin. That's rough proportions you're looking for. And then we have lines on the inside of his ear. Bones and ligaments are the lines. Easiest way I always say is a letter J. Like this. And then you can add more detail if you want. Like so. Right, so then coming around for his horn, right? So it goes this way. And it's kind of a broken line. It goes all the way back of his head there. And then this goes up like so. And then it'll go into here. And then we'll bring it around to the front. So it goes like so. And then it has like all these texture lines and stuff, right? So like a line here, going up this way. All these kind of texture lines and on. So like there's an angle and a shadow. So this is like dark part here. So you've got like lines coming down this way, all the way around, right? And this angle changes direction and goes back this way. So like that's what makes it look like there's a sort of a change in direction on the horn here, like a ridge. You could draw in the ridge, you know, if you wanted. You could literally like draw it in. I think you would if it was a manga or something. You'd probably have to draw it in because there's no shadow, you know. But because it's in the anime, it's not really drawn in. It's done with a shadow line. And then the point of the horn comes out the other side of his head, just here. And then we'll bring it back into there. And then again, another sort of ridge line coming down that way. And we got texture lines all on it. So, and if you want, you can add more of those. Like so. Then the back of his head curves down here, and the back of his neck goes into there. And then he has more of those yellow, well, dark gray shapes. They're not yellow, they're darker gray shapes on the back of his head. And then he has like a big collar that comes down around from the back of his head here. So it like comes out to there. And then it's going to travel all the way. I think it goes, yeah, it goes all the way off my page that way. The collar on the other side is going to come out from the back of his neck. There. And then this kind of changes direction, goes down this way. And then it'll change direction and go into here. Like that. So this is like his jacket, right? And then, so like the outside of this jacket, right? So it'll be like here. Eventually it'll join this line. Go in that way. And then we have his armpit there. And then the inside of that big collar that comes out from underneath his chin. Go like so. And then we have some more collar. So we go down, back in. And then this will go up around his face. Up to there, and then in around like so. So his arm comes out from here, right? So like from his armpit area, right? So this is like his sleeve. It's kind of a bumping sort of line. Like that. And the top of the sleeve, again, bumping for all these fold lines of his clothing, right? So these sort of bumping lines. And then down to there. And then another one down here. So loads of these folds now. Like that. So his hand is coming out from his sleeve, right? So he's got like some other sleeve lines, but we've got to draw the hand first. So he's doing like a real wide palm, right? So we'll just bring it out from, say here, relatively straight, right? And then it like curves around. For a finger, take your time with hands now, because they can be quite tricky. So it like bumps around here, and you've got like a finger line there, maybe like some skin lines in there. The next finger comes out like so, and then around like this to there, bottom of the line there, finger lines inside. Right, then the next fingers. So some of these fingers look quite short, right? But that's because what's happening is they're kind of foreshortened. So everything that's foreshortened always looks shorter than it actually is, right? It'll make sense now in a minute. So this finger is out here and comes down like so. And it kind of bumps around like that. Another sort of skin line or something there. And then curves out for his little finger, points down this way. So they're going around like so. And then his little finger in around there. Like that, right? So then the palm of his hand comes up to his thumb, right? So we've got like some bumps and things for like a palm line. And then another palm line goes that way. And then the bottom of his hand has got that W, those two bumps that you have in the bottom of your hand here. Like so. And then his thumb, so it comes around here. So again, foreshortened, so like it looks real round and stumpy, okay? See, so like really, because it's pointing towards the camera. Don't mind the marker, I've been drawing all day, so I've got like ink all over my hands. But this kind of just, you know, a thumb looks long when you're looking at it sideways, but then when I put my thumb pointing up, it's like real stumpy and round, and it's illusions of perspective, right? So, and that's what's happening in this, right? So the hand is like coming towards the camera, so the fingers look like they just make them look stumpier. Do you know? I hope that makes sense. I hope it helps someone, the stuff I talk about. Right, so then this comes for his sleeve, and then this curves down this way. Up underneath the bottom of his sleeve there, and then the inside of that sleeve comes up and underneath. And then we have another line there, and we can just see, no we can't, I thought we could see his wrist, but we can't actually. And then this comes down that way. His wrist must go back in there. Should we see his wrist? No. Okay, I'll leave it. I'll trust the animators know what they're doing. Right, so in here we have some anatomy then, right? So we've got like neckline, just goes that way, collarbone that way, collarbone that way. Collarbones go towards his shoulders, okay? If you can feel your own collarbone, it goes right where your shoulder is. Then, so we've got like chest line going down here. And that goes like in here and up. And then on the other side, where's the other one? So like down from here. Like in. And then goes up around to there. And then we got like some ab lines. So like there. Start of his ab muscles. They go up. Sort of down that way. And then the side of his body kind of comes down this way. Side of those abs. Like that. We could have, so that's the center line for abs. Then another line that way. The bottom ab lines, maybe, like here. And they drawn in, maybe that way. Something else that way. Right, so he's got symbols on his chest, right? So we've got a sort of circular symbol here. Like so. And then comes across down here, and this one goes in behind the bottom of his cloak, curves around here, and then he has more of those comma symbols, right? So you just do a circle for where the middle of each one is, and then we like draw like a number 9 around it, or commas, right? They come around like this, so curve around to a point and back in, and then we will curve around to a point and then back in again, and then one more maybe here. Just goes off my page, this one, like that. And sorry, I just added another neckline. There was no need to do that. Sometimes I just draw for no reason. But there, just thought I needed it. And Then the back of his collar comes down here, and then the front of it, so a big round sort of section down and then up. Up to there, and this goes up around, just goes off the top of my page a little bit and then goes back into the back of his head there, let's say. And then this has like another line coming down here, like so. And then his shoulder will just go off this way. Goes up and down. And then we've got like another sort of fold line here for his shoulder. And then another symbol on his shoulder, and they go further down as well. Right, that's basically Isshiki. So we'll go over and do Baryon Naruto, right? So he's looking up at Isshiki's eyes, right? So we're down this way. And we'll do his nose as well. So we'll do this sort of letter L sort of thing. Like so. So this is the angle, so he's looking up this way, right? So the nose is kind of pointing up at Ishiki's face. So then his brow comes out and up this way. So if we know where his brow is, we know where his eyebrow is roughly. So like start it here. Like so, and then we will go backwards. So we'll go back this way. And then this comes back in, down to there. So his eye then, so we'll go, he's frowning quite heavily, so it touches the eyebrow out there. And then we'll bring it, curve it down quite long, like so. And then we've like a bottom eyelid line just there. So the front of his eye, down like so. And then the back of his eye, the iris at the back, skinny ellipse, like circle there. And in terms of his eye, or pupil and eye, right, it's like a skinny, very thin line just there. Okay, looking up at Isshiki that way. So on his nose, we've got a nostril. And then his mouth, so curves out for the top lip. We'll bring it back in. Bring it back out. And we go back in and down towards his chin. And then his chin comes underneath this way, and then a jawline will go this way. Now he's got a big collar here, so we can't really see much of it, much of his jaw, but his mouth, we see sort of a flat downturn sort of mouth there, maybe a bottom lip line. So in terms of proportion again, right, so eyes to the nostrils about the same as nostril to the chin. Bottom of his nose, see that? To the eye. About the same as bottom of nose to chin level, roughly speaking. And then nostril to the bottom lip, about the same as bottom lip to chin. So that's your proportion. And so then, this big collar, right? So we'll go, we'll draw this all the way. We'll bring it all the way down, sure. We'll go down here, right? And then this will go back really far. Back like so. And then down. And then his shoulder down that way. Okay, so then like his ear comes out like here. And so imagine like the jaw comes up towards the ear. That's how far out you want to go. Okay, so it's probably like the width of his face, like the nose to the collar probably goes that distance again, you know, maybe a little bit more even. And the ear will go out around like that, okay? And then we have bones and ligaments on the inside. Ear line here, there. Kind of like that. And then we have those black marks around his eye, right? And he's that black line that goes up from here, right? And it crosses his hair. So like here we got like some hairlines. So like some hair spikes and stuff. Right, and then this black line goes up towards an ear, comes around his eye. So what's the easiest way to start this? We'll do it just coming around from the front of his nose first, so it comes out here. And then it kind of spikes here. And then it goes around underneath his eye. Back to there. And then we have this sort of a hook. Comes out there and back. And then this goes up, travels up his face. And then crosses this hairline up here. So that it goes up fairly long. And then it'll travel back down to the corner of his eyebrow, like that. And we do have some black spikes coming in onto his face as well, here, like so. And then around this, it's got like a big sort of rabbit ear sort of thing. Like that. This could come up maybe a little bit further. And then his hair goes around his head. So that's his fringe. So, and then his hair at the back of his head, spiking all the way around, down to all the way down here. Short, simple, sort of zigzag lines. And that's it. And then we have another ear line, sort of, you know, Kurama kind of ear line that's in Baryon mode, just there. And then the front of his collar comes out from his bottom lip here, and then goes down to the bottom of my page there. And then he has these patterns on his chest as well. So let's say, so there's like here and then something like that. And this goes, these all go into like a circle that's on the front of his chest. So that comes down that way. So then this like goes this way. There, and then it goes back in. Like so. And then one that travels down this way. Like that. And then maybe another one just here. Okay, what's left? Tails, just some tails. How many can we see? So one like here, that way, and then another going up that way, and then one more here. Boom. So that's pretty much it, I think. And if you want, you know, sometimes you can add debris. I like to do it anyway. You know, these sort of bricks and stuff sort of flying in the air, sort of just makes it look like they're causing some damage, you know, with the battle and stuff, and dots and... You just add some of these sort of angled kind of lines like that, so it makes it kind of look like there's some action going on, do you know? But I think I'll leave it there. That's how to draw Isshiki versus Naruto Baryon mode. Hope it was helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.